Prodigious pedigree puppy mill.
Penis.
We were already live at that point, but thank you.
Yes.
Oh, timing.
Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to Masterwork Adventures. Here we play Dragons and Dungeons. A little lacking on the dragons lately, not gonna lie. But maybe that'll change soon, and hopefully we'll have a campaign afterwards, but who can say. So yeah, this is the Tales of Revedia. This is a homebrew campaign, played and run by myself and played by the wonderful folks you see. How does it work? Yeah, around there. Hey, are y'all in a different order than usual? What the fuck is wrong with the stream? Wait, I'm the one who did this. Alright, anyways, I'm just going to start where I'm going to start. At the top, at my top right. No worries for you. That's your problem. You can figure it out. You're smart. Switch shit. We got Neff, the wonderful ranger, you know.
It's a good start.
He's recently learning trick shots, which has been a new thing that I'm worried about. So hopefully he doesn't suffer a terrible accident anytime soon. Below him we have our animal covered barbarian Kalis, who beat the shit out of like one of my like newer favorite monsters, with the help of a certain somebody. Who I'll get to.
Wonder if they're also an animal person.
Interesting. But
Birds
yeah,
of a feather.
I believe we called him. Is the name we settled on a Savitar for Kalis? Is that what it was? Or
I
Servitor?
don't know
Servitor.
about that one.
I don't
It's
know.
a servitor.
It sounds like a robot that like does servers.
It's
half server, half man, half horse.
He's a deer man, and like, no, he's a deer man. It's like a buck man, I guess, maybe, so we can like just make sure they know there's the antlers.
You wouldn't be a doe man, because that would be a...
Yeah, I guess. I'm going off the cuff. Going to work with what I got. Below him, we have Ethan, who was not here last session, so feel free to shame him for it, because I'm personally okay with that. Also, the fact that he didn't have a fucking character sheet for me. But he's the one known for raising too many fucking skeletons, and if anything goes to show, that will be a reoccurring habit, and I'm excited. He's gotten to 30 so far. I'm excited to see him go even further. Yeah. To his left, we have part 2 to them, or to me not getting to make our barbarian a vegetable. Our Tabaxi. Why did I say ranger? What the fuck? I was almost about to say stripes. That character hasn't been played in so long. But our Tabaxi sorcerer, Sparks, known for wild magic and decision making to go along with it.
Fantastic decision making, though.
Yeah. Every time.
Every time.
It's hit or never miss. That's the only options. And speaking of missing, I'm sorry.
Fantastic segue, that.
Savage. So savage.
I do it. It comes from a place of love. Please know that. But we have the wonderful, sneaky and insightful rogue, Taryn. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this. I'm not gonna. Oh, fuck, I can't say things. That's part of being a DM. Is you can't say shit. You just have to hold it inside and then cry when you can't tell anyone about your secrets. And then you don't play for like 2 sessions, and then no one gets to find them out for even longer.
And the players go a different direction entirely.
Yeah. But I don't have a good adjective that starts with R. God damn it. I should have passed English. I should have paid attention to English class. But incredible rogue, you know, known for keeping thorough notes on every single thing that everyone does, so be very careful as to what actions you take around her, because they'll probably be what she's thinking of when you make your last. Now, is that everybody? Just to recap last session. So the party has been in the midst of recovering over a slight oopsie.
I think you'll find, Elijah, that it went all as planned.
I will call you a liar for that. Uh, but the party, after managing to escape one, I wouldn't call it an ambush that they stumbled into, but more of a really sort of unpleasant situation, as they had managed to escape after a few sort of serious but livable energies, escape back to their sort of base of operations, where they fought off a counter siege of Duragar, mind flayers, some like weird like little worm thing. I don't know what that was all about, but it's pretty straightforward stuff. The party managed to hold their own and make their way back to the caverns in which they came to this place before more forces are able to arrive. Collapsing the tunnels behind them. I guess I could pull you back over to that map if I have it saved. My connection to the server has been interrupted. Can we stop that, please? I don't like Roll20, but I'd like to use it.
Oh shit, I thought that was just me.
I think it's everybody. It might be Roll20 being...
Yeah. I just assumed it was my internet being shitty. Which is a legitimate concern.
But, yeah, you guys managed to make your way back. And as there's this sort of like, there's this sort of fine dust covering the caverns around you, as you can hear and see the sounds of these various sort of beholder and gazer eye beams sort of deconstructing the cavern around you all, sealing off that path. And at this point, you see, what's it called? Sort of like, as the rubble is like finally like being settled, you see a very, maybe a mix between perplexed and furious beholder. This one sort of large eye with this extremely furrowed brow, sort of just staring up at the ceiling. He doesn't have hands, but it's almost like you can see them, like something placed over his face and like...
Well, we dealt with them all.
We dealt with all the ones at the gate.
And a big worm.
Kill the big
thing.
worm.
Big worm
Yeah,
thingy?
that's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Real big.
I believe it was called a Neolithid.
Taryn, I don't know if the real big cell is quite working on the giant eye man.
It's as big as the cavern. Tall. Very long.
I guess. Sure, at least it's not there for tomorrow. Oh, God.
I mean, I don't mean to defeat what you're trying to do here. He seems sort of exasperated is all.
A little bit.
You are very insightful.
Excuse me, I'm whispering right now.
I see. Or hear. I'll work on securing the tunnel, making sure they can't dig their way through. You all look like shits. I need to calm down. Get yourself settled. Ugh.
Where?
Figure it out. And you see him just sort of float down off the cavern, and we watch as one of the sort of like, as he's sort of making his way, like one of those sort of the small like gazers like bumps into him, and you hear this low growl and like a flash of like blinding light, and there's no gazer there, and he sort of continues onwards, down the cavern.
Well, I think that went well.
I think he's a little mad at us, guys.
What are you talking
What are you
about?
mad at us?
We killed the counter siege. I could understand if we were being attacked, but like we killed them all.
Yeah, but we also caused them to fight us.
I mean, we would just have to fight them tomorrow anyway, so now we just have less to fight.
true, but we also lost the element of surprise.
I'm pretty sure they knew we were here. You know, what with the beholders literally obliterating the dwarven thralls outside the city gates anyway. There's no real downside. Believe me.
And at this point, I am in Roll20, but I'm scared to refresh it.
I cannot get into Roll20. I close the tab and open it up again, and it's still loading.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
Site says we're currently investigating an outage, I guess.
Hmm.
Why?
Oh, fun.
Cool.
It's okay, we're not doing combat right now, right?
Yeah, we're good
Yeah,
for the
but
time.
character sheet stuff.
You
Can
don't,
you
have
do
your
Mine's
that?
character,
fine.
you don't have your character sheet memorized?
Oh my
Mine's-
god.
Imagine.
Peasant.
I play Wizards IRL. That's how I do it. Please, no one record or remember that statement. I don't want to have to live that down.
It's gonna be on YouTube. Forever.
Yeah, no, I'm already clipping it right now.
You're the new PogChamp. I played Wizards IRL.
Oh god. And my
I-
suffering.
Thought I was in your.
But yeah, at this point, as you guys are sort of all gathered around there, you see sort of Kruth speak up and it's like, I mean, all's well that ends well, but like, holy I don't. Was there a worm there when you guys went over there? Because you guys left for a while and the worm followed you, came back with you. What all did you even see out there?
No, it came out of one of the side passages. We didn't see its place of origin.
So there was a load of Duragar basically marching up and down the streets. There's this wizard guy, like, barricaded into the left. Funky stuff is going on. Two forges. Oh, we found the teleporty key thing, which apparently exists. Not entirely sure if that goes in. Juggen ran into a sort of forge area and got swarmed by Duragar. And then we started running away. Also, there's a Boule in a pen. Seems very
At least
angry.
one.
There's a boule. Oh,
At least one. I think there might be more.
that makes sense. They use them
I saw
as,
one.
They sort of use them as pack animals. They're just a little temperamental.
It looked like it had eaten everything around, and that it had been in there for some time by itself, or with a friend. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, they
But
eat
it's stuck.
things and people.
It's stuck in its cage thing, unless the worm broke the cage. Hey, let's not think about that. I think that's a bad thing to think about. The worm's dead. We did meet some people in a tavern, underneath a tavern, but I think they got eaten by a worm.
Yeah, they're probably dead.
The worm.
Oh no.
Well, it's been a
Look at all the
really
booze.
eventful hour, I guess.
Oh, I got this dwarven armor for you. Pull it out of the bag.
Oh, this is nice. Wow. And you sort of see him as he sort of like picks it up for a second, sort of like sniffs a little bit. Tung 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 tung. This is nice stuff. You wouldn't have. I'm not gonna ask where you got it.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, something gives you the feeling that this will come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
Boy. I don't know what the plan for y'all is here. I guess. I suppose it won't hurt to stay for one more day. Thiv knows what's going on. But, yeah, hopefully this all gets settled soon, because I gotta. This is a little bit more than I meant to stick my head into, you know?
Is it?
I don't think any of us really expected this.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Are you gonna help us kill some tentacle face people?
I suppose. I mean, we got this far, and you seem to be mostly nice people, even if some of you are a little strange.
I push Taran. See, he said you're strange.
No, not
Sure.
her.
I'm sure he. Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm sure he meant me.
But yeah, I'll go see how well this fits. I'll leave you to it, you all to it. I'm gonna go find a corner that doesn't have eyes on it, I guess. He sort of looks around and starts doing some like shuffling. What's it called? Towards like the main cavern.
Could you come here for a second, Taryn? Are you feeling well today?
Well, we've been through a lot, and a lot hurts. But other than that, like I'm not feeling sick or anything. But there's a lot of wounds that all hurt. If that's what you mean. Why?
I see. Well, I was just curious. You seemed like you were stumbling across pitfalls at various points throughout the day. And this is a shot in the dark, but I want to try and use my detect magic ability to see, I don't know, if there's like a curse of unluck, perhaps, on one of us in particular.
Oh please, if only.
Okay. um. So as
Or like
you
a cursed magic item or something.
you don't sense any of the sort of normal, like, outside like the normal magic items that Taryn herself like usually carries. Seems to be in that aspect fairly straightforward. Ah, you sneaky fucker! You didn't even mean to do this until um. But strangely enough, as you're sort of looking over at Taryn, just sort of glimpsing, you see atop both Jugun and Zelthar, these almost like thin, like purplish, like halos, like wrapped around like their forehead of like some sort of like arcane energy.
You asked us who went down. What the hell? What's the magic essence to these guys?
It is divination.
It's a goddamn trace. It's a bug. Me, the sneaky fucker. Jeez. Okay, alright.
Everything in working order? Like, do I need to worry about anything? Should I like see a cleric or something? Like,
I think you just need to train a little bit more, Taran.
you know what? No one asked you.
Maybe the powers that be just disfavor you. That's
That's
a
nothing
long-term
new.
problem.
Yep. Yeah.
Jurgen Zelthar, you got... So Jurgen has, like, 2 halos now.
It's more like it's not like on top of her head. It's more like this sort of like headband that you can see like with only with the detect magic though. Like outside of that, it's.
I like to think that Kalis is doing this after he puts on his headband of intellect for an hour.
Nah.
Damn. You have, some sort of, divining magic that is, affixed to your foreheads. It seems
Finding
hostile.
magic.
Yeah.
I would like to.
Touch my forehead.
I was going to say I'd like to put my paw to Zelthar's forehead and see if I can feel anything magical, other than
just skin. You don't feel like anything like in the place where Kalis is like pointing out. But actually, there is 2 parts Kalis. You would notice that aside from like the halo itself, there is like this sort of like shimmering like purplish tendril that like sort of leads through the rock, past where you guys came from, and like angled down a bit.
I'll just point and say, you're both on a leash, it seems.
And
And
can we
what do you mean?
can we dispel that?
I can't.
Jugun, do you have any dispel magic?
Dispel magic? I think I do, yeah.
Do you have enough power to do that? I know we're a bit.
No. I can't do that right now.
Would you be able to do that if somebody were to tap you and give you that a spell slot to restore, like our wonderful Kalis occasionally does?
I've
Possibly.
done that several times today, and I'm very, very tired from
Yeah, I'm tired
all
too.
of the dwarves we fought.
How many dwarves did we fight?
Too many.
Hundreds.
Too many.
Too many. I think there was like 30 or so in that group.
I just see if I have any wild magic options.
At the very least, we fought a score of dwarves the size of 100 regular-sized dwarves.
Okay. So, now that you guys have actually become aware of the psychic link, both Zelthar and Jungum, you actually can attempt to break free from it. By making a charisma saving throw, if you want to do so right now.
Oh no!
Oh,
Well,
it's
my
not
roll
gonna
20
go
up, I'm gonna
well.
roll it anyways.
How are we gonna roll? Roll 20 is still not.
If you have dice on, you can just use those.
I don't know what my character sheet looks like.
Oh, you should put on something else other than roll 20, maybe.
You see, I thought I was in the D&D Beyond campaign, but when I go to look, it says you haven't joined or created any campaign.
You just have you can have the character sheet. You could just use off that if you just have the character sheet, even if it's not attached to the campaign.
I can. Can I open?
Oh, I'm level 9.
Are these the
I
only
got a
ones
7.
I have? Oh no!
Yeah, 7 does not pass.
Oh no!
Okay.
Where the fuck are my other dice?
Are we just rolling physically?
Yeah.
I got mine to work through roll 20, but I don't think you guys can see it, so I'll just screen it.
No, I can't.
No.
I can't see yours. Roll 20.
Oh shit!
Shouldn't have
Roll me
refresh.
what? A charisma saving throw?
Oh, I have my old
yes.
ones.
I got a 10.
Okay.
We have a
Nothing
dice
changes.
roll, don't
We are not very charismatic, guys.
Mm-mm.
What? We're not charismatic.
Charismatic.
No.
I'm super charismatic. What do you mean?
Say, what is your charisma?
I presume it's 18. Can't
Oh.
look at it right now.
Damn.
No, it's 19.
Yeah, that's a spellcasting modifier. So you guys gotta bump that up.
Makes
My
sense.
charisma is plus
Yeah.
0, but for some reason I put plus 5 to my charisma saving throw. So I rolled a 5 and then got plus 5 to get 10.
No, probably proficiency. Do you get would you get wisdom charisma? I don't fucking know. Or maybe
With
some
these.
math.
D6.
Yeah,
I think
Or
charisma's a saving throw for clerics.
but yeah, as you guys
Yeah,
sort
it's-
of take a moment, and now that it's been pointing out to you, you guys had managed. It had been there almost subconsciously, but you guys hear this sort of faint, incomprehensible whispering, sort of echoing in the back of your minds. Not hearing it from anywhere, but more feeling it than anything else. And you attempt to sort of focus on it and sort of shut yourself off from it, but you're not able to make it fade away.
Hey, can we go and talk to one of the beholders? They have that anti-magic thing, don't they?
they do.
They do.
It's worth a try.
But how do we make that permanent? Because it'll only be with.
Or maybe
That-
just interrupting the connection will just stop it altogether. I don't know how this magic works. It's beyond me.
Just say, I hope you know how some magic works.
I don't know how any magic works.
That's really disconcerting.
I suppose that's true. It's sort of more of a feeling of magic for you all than at the academy.
Hey, look, I don't even cast magic. It just leaves me.
Yeah,
I cast
I mean,
magic.
That's such an
Doesn't make me feel
unreassuring-
comfortable.
That's an unreassuring thing to say. I don't cast magic, it leaves me.
I'm a little
merely
uncomfortable by that
conduit,
statement.
not in control.
I
I'm
suppose
gonna take a couple
the
steps
same
away
way.
from Sparks.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
we have been together for 6 months at least now, and you guys have been fine. So clearly, it's not that bad.
Ooh, should I try doing divine intervention on this?
You could. What? Yeah. Why did you ask Far and see if he's,
Yeah, no, I'll totally ask Far.
Oh,
Yo,
Ooh,
Far, what
you
up?
should
Help a
ask him
girl out, yo.
to send a bolt of lightning along the chains of tendril magic stuff. I don't know. Is that how gods work?
I don't know. Hmm.
Asking the wrong people.
I'm just gonna ask to aid us with our.
Remove the tendrils upon me and my friend. Would be the way I would
I
remove
don't
it.
want to. I can't ask him to do too much. I'm gonna ask him just to help us out. Far's a really nice guy, so he probably knows exactly what to do. Hey Far, hey Far, the representative.
I've heard that
I
being
told
really
myself I'd be ready
specific
for
is
this
very
day.
helpful.
I told myself I'd be ready for this day.
Hey, Far, hey, buddy. How's it going, man?
It's okay. It's
I got
literally
96. You
So
can't
no.
do it.
That
I
is
see the 96.
Yeah. As you sort of take a moment in prayer, sort of reaching out, kind of you guys hear sort of like talking out loud a bit. It doesn't sound like she's praying. It more sounds like she's having a conversation. And a few minutes go by, and it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like your prayer is reached.
Wait, Ethan. Maybe you were reading that upside down. If you turn it over, it's a 96.
Yes, exactly.
Dodged a bullet
So I
for
can
one
do
more
this again
second.
next week.
No, you can use it.
No, you can try again tomorrow. It's a week delay if it works.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's never gonna work, unfortunately.
Yeah, the problem is when it does work. Okie dokie.
I am surprised that I don't have ability to turn off magic.
Don't you have Dispel Magic? Or no, you have
No.
Counterspell.
Isn't that like your whole class is that you can't turn off magic?
There is no off switch.
Yeah, but not even my wand has dispel magic. I thought I had it.
That's funny.
Sorcerer, I do get access to dispel magic. I suppose I should probably pick that up as a spell at some point.
Y'all have some.
So
Honestly,
situational and stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised. Y'all probably have some sort of fucking item that would.
Yeah, no, I looked through all of my items, and none of them have specifically dispel magic.
Oh, that's surprising.
Good.
Yeah. Or greater restoration for that matter. Hey, do you have, I don't suppose you have a 5th level spell slot instead.
I have lesser restoration.
I don't think that gets rid of.
I'll try
mean-
it. I want to cast lesser restoration myself. Did it work?
Excuse me. Let me actually. I don't. Let's see.
It's a disease or
Look up.
condition. So it's
Yeah.
blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned, or sick.
As you feel the sort of divine energy flow through yourself for a moment, you're still sort of unable to rid yourself of the whispering sounds.
No bueno. Oh, go ahead.
Damn, roll 20.
No, go for it. What are you gonna say? I was just gonna say I'm gonna give you all a
Well,
moment.
there's not much I could do anything right now. Maybe I'll dispel it in the morning if we can give me some time to rest and rejuvenate.
Can you get...
Well, why don't... Go ahead.
I was gonna just reiterate Sparks' idea of using a beholder like the one that you talked to before. He has an anti-magic cone he can leave on you guys until you can dispel it.
I feel weird asking for favors like this, But we can try that.
And at this point, Rowland sort of speaks up. It's like, also, maybe it's best if we bring him here. The last thing, if they're being watched, we want is them walking around the whole cavern.
True.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can find out what's already inside their heads, but might be able to prevent them from finding out more.
He doesn't speak common. The issue.
Doesn't the big one speak common? It's just a weird looking one. Oh.
They're all weird looking.
Yeah. I'm getting used to that.
As you do.
And at least you're standing within 30 feet of me now.
Yes. Yes, I am. Oh my. I'll stay. I'm fine with staying here with Zelthar and Jung for the time being. If you all want, if any of you want to go, get him, her.
I'll go.
I don't really know.
Them.
I really don't think this is a matter of concern with the ball of floating eyes.
Yeah, you got a point there.
They seem very limited on their selection of organs. Mostly just eyes.
I'll go look for Josh.
And as you do so, you see him as you're sort of making your way around the caverns, sort of following the sounds of like garbled speech. You see him sort of standing like in front of maybe about 15 to 20 or so sort of spectators, seemingly giving off instructions at some point. As I said, it sounds like German while gargling Listerine. Like, you're really not able to, like, completely, like, make out what's being said. But you do see that, like, as you sort of walk up, like, one of the eye stalks, like, turns towards you. He sort of, like, barks a command at them and then looks at you. And he says something that sounds like hello, and he sort of, like, floats his way over there.
Motion and start walking. Like, come on.
Oh, you sort of just... You see you see his brow and like a confused look, and he sort of makes his way over as he follows you. Back
I'll take him back. Yeah.
To Zelthar and Jungum. And as you get over there, Jungum, he sees you sort of like standing. You and Zelthar sort of like standing a bit ways off from the groups. Like, is it all good? Your friend's being weird.
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Boss is mad, but he didn't fry me, so it's pretty good.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
We're having a slight issue. There's like some sort of magic on us that is of the deviation, I'm told.
Deviation?
And
The heck is deviation magic? Is
it's
it
like
wild
standard
magic?
deviation.
Divination.
Standard deviation. What's standard deviation? I don't understand.
Deviant magic.
It's the amount. It's different from the.
Yeah.
You're a sick witch.
Divination magic.
It's a statistics thing. Standard deviation. Don't worry about it.
Divination magic. Ooh, that's Why'd you do that?
I don't know. They just kind of attached to us. I think me and my big boys out there here had an issue of some sort that may be a cause to it, but we need help removing it. I can't do it right at this moment. I'll have to regenerate my energy. I was hoping either you or Papa Dat Boss Zodikoth could help us.
And you see he's like, I can ask the boss to see if he has something in the stash for that kind of stuff. He's got a small collection of magical items and stuff he keeps around. Maybe there could be something for it in there.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Definitely ask Dat Boss if he has it.
Why do you keep saying Dad Boss?
because he's your dad. But also, he's your boss.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you weren't supposed to hear that part, were you? I think he just prefers Zoldycock if you talk to him. I think dad bosses, I don't know if... Maybe don't say that to him. Possibly. Just for the sake of things. Be awkward.
But that's how I've been referring to him this whole time. We had a full conversation about it, too.
He let you call
Yes.
him dad boss?
Yeah. Me and
Oh.
Zoldycock are best friends.
Oh, that's great for you guys. That's cool.
Oh, wait, before you leave, does anyone have any questions for Mr. Joss? Looking over towards my party.
Is he gonna
Um,
help
Not
us?
for Josh, but like I have. Do you think removing you from this plane and then coming back might remove the tentacle thing that Kalis mentioned?
I'm gonna repeat that question to Josh to make sure he might know the answer to it, because I'm not sure.
He sort of like looks at like you confused, like I'm gonna be honest. I'm maybe like 4 weeks old. I really don't know how that works.
Oh, that's okay. Just go get that boss, alright? I'm gonna pat him on the head.
I actually did have a question.
Oh,
Um,
kill us with the question.
And see sort of the icebox turn towards you.
Do you know much about these caverns? I was curious if they're just bare stone or if there's any deposits of gems in this place.
In this place right here, not so far as I know, but I know that there is a mine a bit outside the city itself, pretty abandoned. It's one of the places we've been catching their patrols from because they were needed like gems and stuff or whatever it could be. I don't know.
I see.
Boss said it was sometimes people use them for like casting spells and stuff, and they were getting a whole bunch. So I mean, there might still be some in there. They haven't sent out any patrols, at least since it's sort of yeah.
Uh, Beholder, but the person who plays the Beholder, not the Beholder themselves. How long has this like scouting day been for us?
Like the
Because we like woke up and then we just like went, right?
yeah, pretty. Did you do? I thought you guys did it like towards the end of the day because you guys.
No, we started at the start of the day. We went out and
I'd say the entirety of like everything that's happened has probably been like less than like maybe like an hour and a half.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking.
it's
Because like we
been a
probably
lot
have
of
to kill time before our next long rest, so we can do something. I don't know.
Yeah, you could, or you guys could like sort of take the day's downtime or the rest of it if you don't have anything particular you want to do. But it's up to y'all.
I'm gonna take a short rest, I think, while you guys are doing stuff.
Okay.
They can't do anything on an empty
Or
blood circulatory system.
we could totally go for a long rest.
Yeah, but you also took like a long rest. Like you finished a long rest like 3 hours ago, Ethan.
Really?
Yeah.
That can't be possible. Didn't we spend like an hour in the tavern?
You didn't spend an hour in the tavern, no? You guys are
No, we
pretty...
just
You were
talked to them.
relatively in and out. Like, you guys sort of had that conversation. Kalis got shot, flipped the fuck out, made the dwarf shit himself. And then after that conversation...
We definitely didn't take a short rest, is what I know.
No, yeah.
Until
I'm
now.
not rested.
And I'm gonna tune to the thingy of thingies.
And then suddenly Kalis is smart.
Just
That's
eyes open to
MRT.
the infinite
Galaxy
possibilities
brain.
of the universe. And Kalis, you are now the smartest member of the party.
Hey Zelfa, can I cast this
It's
wand?
true.
It might remove you from this plane. It might do other stuff.
How is he gonna get back then?
It'll bring you back, I think.
think?
I think.
Where's my Constitution 20?
It's worth a try, I think.
Okie dokie.
You sure you want to let him do that?
Zelthar, what is he doing?
Wands and just casts the Wand of Wonder at him.
Wait,
Oh,
wait, the one. Okay.
There's a chance they'll remove him from the plane.
I have a feeling there are much other things they could do.
There
but
are a
go
lot
ahead.
of other things that could happen.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Zelthar, what is he doing?
He's doing something.
Go ahead.
Something.
35.
35.
An animal appears in an occupied space nearest the target.
I'm
The animal isn't under your control and acts as if it normally would.
I'm
Roll
rolling.
D100 to determine which animal it is.
You're gonna be surprised, buddy.
89.
89.
It's a rat.
Oh, I was so hoping for a fucking rhinoceros.
Or an elephant.
Yeah, and as he points the wand at you, you see this sort of rat, there's like a flash of like arcane energy and this puff of smoke. And you feel yourself and you seem to be the exact same. And next to you is this sort of small rat, sort of looking around, sort of looks up at you, looks at sort of the giant cat, and it scurries off down the cavern.
I know, Sparks goes straight for it.
Productive.
That didn't work.
But I made breakfast!
Gross.
That's...
Wow.
I can try again if you like.
Maybe
it's fine.
Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe...
Let's find another solution.
Jeez.
Oh,
Okay.
Sparks would have wild searched off that as well. That's a... I wonder what that animal means. Okay. The rat gets hit by a 5th level magic missile.
There is a rat, and then there is very quickly not a rat. As you see it appear, and then as Sparks, you see like excitement like in his eyes as he sees it and goes to lunge after it. Almost as like spectral form of him like rushes forward, and it just turns into this red smear against the ground and wall.
It's one magic missile that kills the rat, and then like all the other ones.
It's the first one kills it, the rest spread it.
It's like a smoldering like
It's like confetti.
smear.
It's like confetti. It's just
Pink mist.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if the Mind Flayer can see what I see, he won't want to anymore.
That we can kill a rat?
Oh my!
Do you think he knows what you're thinking?
Transfer this magic to somebody.
I think we should do push-ups. That'll help, right?
No.
Do you think the Mind Flayer can know what you're thinking, or just what? Like, how much do you think it knows what you know, or have been, or see, or whatever?
All of it.
I don't want to think about that.
Should we like blindfold you guys?
That might not be a bad idea, but that'd also be quite dangerous as well.
I mean, just for now, until we can, until we can get rid of it.
I think we should talk to the big beholder first, Zoldycock, and then if nothing occurs from that, we can try that.
I got the last one. I don't want to go get this one.
So.
Would you like me to cast a wand at you again, Zelda?
I think you used the one quite enough today.
Oh.
Oh, is Roll20 back?
Is it?
Is it?
Oh yeah.
It just
there we go.
refreshed.
Fine.
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness.
So, at this point, Josh has sort of made his way out of here in order to go get sort of Zoldycock. to see if he has like anything that may be of use. And as a few minutes go by, as you guys have been sort of like waiting there, you hear this sort of low muttering as they seem to be sort of conversing back and forth, and sort of as you guys still like this sort of like offshoot of like the main area, you see Zoldikok like approach you all. A few see around him a few small sacks floating. Well, he doesn't have hands to hold things.
I mean, he has eyes. Stop.
Why use your eye stalks to carry things when you have telekinesis?
Hey, look, I'm a magic cat. I don't have eyes. Good idea.
But is that what it is? He sort of pulls out a few things. One of which you see seems to be this sort of okay, there's that. Damn, why did I give him that? Cool beans though. As he pulls out this sort of like various amount of like knickknacks and like other things. And he sort of like looks at you and says, "Oh, it's something. Okay. What's Josh explained things to me? So you have divination magic on you from
These two.
those two."
Kayla said something about it looking like a giant sort of tentacle thing reaching into the wall and going down a bit.
Okay, strange enough. I have a few dispelling objects. Can't guarantee their effectiveness. I don't know what this is the cause of. 'Cause hypothetically, I don't know if they're still there or not. If it is still there, then it's very possible that it's psionic magic, or if it's that the mind flayers, that sort of thing. I'm unable to dispel it with my normal means, but maybe this will do the trick. And you see him pull out a few things as he sort of like tosses over to you all. I don't remember what the fuck is the name of this thing.
Someone who ran your house, Elijah.
Oh, let me turn on my mic sensitivity. I didn't notice that in the background. Or turn down my mic sensitivity. That's the phrasing for it. And it stopped as soon as I was about to fucking bring it up. Hello?
I mean, either way works.
Sure. Yeah, and then I'm going to close out the voice sensitivity thing, and then it's going to start again. Just watch.
Aw, poor baby.
But he pulls out this what's it called? This small sack, and out of it floats these three sort of like fist-sized stones that seem to have these runes on them, written in. For those of you who could recognize it, would like recognize that it's in giant. I don't know if these will work. It's simple dispelling stones. You're able to throw them at the object, and if the magic isn't too powerful, kind of poofs it away.
So I have to throw it at one. I'll throw it.
Well, let me finish first. Yeah, I'll just read this out. It's a rainbow-colored egg-shaped stone and can be thrown up to 30 feet. Explodes in a 10-foot radius of magical energy on impact. So these stones are destroyed upon use. But if there's an active spell upon a 5th level or lower in the sphere, it is dispelled.
Huddle. A 10-foot radius from one another and throw it in
You
the middle
two stand
between the
next
two.
to each other.
All right. I stand next to Jugun.
And you watch as what's it called? As Sparks sort of tosses stun up in one hand for a second and lobs it over to you all. And as it hits the ground, there is this almost like puff of like rainbow-colored sparkles that cover you all both. And as you both stand there, it seems that the voices have been dispelled, and you don't hear that sort of whispering in the back of your skulls. And he sort of tosses the sack over to you, Sparks. Hang on to these in case you get more of whatever that is on you. Last thing we need is whatever that is sniffing around this place. And he tosses you the other two dispelling stones.
Oh, you're giving me more magic thing.
I'm giving.
This can't go poorly.
Whoever has them has them. I'm just tossing them to you because you tossed the first one.
Can I try and suss out, like, between the last time that I used Dispel or Detect Magic, which I believe was at the cages of the Boulets,
Mm-hmm.
and like, because I didn't see anything with Sparks or Juggen, or with the Juggen or Zelthar then, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what is there anything I could tell it could have caused it? Or, like, more likely source than just like the dwarves or something?
I would say give me, as for what could have caused it, I'd have to say you'd have to give me an Arcana check for that.
Could I also help, considering I was the person that, saved both people that went down? So I would like the...
Would that have had? Sure, we can say for shits and giggles, sure.
Yay.
Am I attuned to the headband yet, or?
We'll say it's smart, Kateless, just for the sake of things.
Okay.
Smart, this is smart.
Arcana
What did you roll? 2 dice.
23.
Why?
Oh, did you assist me?
I thought we were rolling 1 each.
Oh, sorry. Then I got a 13.
Yay.
Okay. So
Ooh. Can I give guidance on that?
sure,
Sweet.
pump it up as high as you want to. You didn't roll the d4. You just.
Oh, I didn't roll a d4 for me. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, Sparks rolled it.
Blackjack.
Okay, so as you're sort of taking a moment to think for yourselves, both of you happen to be very in tune with sort of magical energies and the weave itself, due to your mere existence, really.
Yoi.
However, psionic magic is something that may escape you quite a bit, and while you're not exactly able to determine whatever the origin of whatever this link was attached to, at the very least, it doesn't seem to have been any of the mind flayers themselves that attach themselves to the two of you. It seems to be something else. Because at no point did you see maybe a sort of like casting of spells on them at that point. While like they were in like view of the mind flayers from before.
Could it possibly be anything to do with the robo-dwarf things that knocked them out?
Because I used my detect magic after that, right? After that fight.
Did you?
Because we were running south past the cages, and I used it to look at the magic cage.
I mean, to be fair, at the time, Juggin was a monkey. And Zelthar wasn't anywhere.
I don't remember our proximity at the time.
Would you have been able to tell then? If it was? Let's see, so it occurred at... I would say that You're unable to tell exactly what it was, but it seems to be some sort of outside force that sort of was able to like sort of sense or interfere with things like in between those moments, as you guys like had been sort of like preparing.
Could have been that spooky mind flare. The
As,
really big, weird one.
as I said, it does it from what you can make whatever assumptions you would like. I'll say that, but it doesn't seem to
So,
have come from either any of the mind flayers. It
does it
seems
seem like it happened after our fight with the dwarves up north?
yes.
Okay. Cool. So that means probably the worm or some creepy thing we don't know about.
It's fine. It's gone now, and I have these wonderful stones.
That's me. Creepy weird worm.
What was that?
I bet it was a worm that did it. Creepy weird worm.
Well, I mean, I don't think it would be the worm because we killed the worm, and I don't think the effect would stay if it were dead.
Excuse me.
Could it be a link to a corpse?
Why would it be a corpse? You don't really have to be alive to cast stuff unless you're a lich. But I don't know. I really, the only time that I've ever heard about it is mostly with anything to do with Juggun here.
But I was, you know, I was magically made this way, and if I drop dead, and begin to return to the earth, I'm not going to revert into a human, as if the skin peeling off of an onion. Some magics imbue things and
Well, you
persist.
say that. It might.
I'm just saying this because there's very little we know about this type of magic. So
The
I feel
Fae
like
is
the
very
unknown is very possible.
indeed. Honestly, we don't know, so there isn't a grand ton of things that we can do, even if we do find out. I guess we'll just find out when we find out.
Um, there's just one last string I wanted to pull out with this.
Yes.
Is the tether, where it was angled through the wall, was that roughly back towards the gatehouse area that we were fighting at?
It's actually more so like
The deep hole.
I would say due to your calculative abilities at this point. Um,
Smart.
it seems to be coming from like the area of like the deep hole, like based on the angle, but it actually seems to go a bit under it, like not like sort of straight at the deep hole.
Right, so it's sort of going through the ground at the area before the gate of the deep hold sort of area.
No, well,
Like
yeah,
if it
that
traced a
area.
line from where we are to, like a straight line.
I have
Yeah.
a thought. Like, wait, I'm out of character. Do I know that mind flayers have elder brains? Because that's a thought that just passed it through a Siru. I don't know if Sparks would know about it.
Sorry,
no,
1 second. I just
Dear, if it is to do with the elder brain, but thought I'd ask first.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time? I just sorry.
Elder brain.
What
Would
about
Sparks know about Illithids
oh
having elder brains?
that? Oh, you could give me a history check, but that'd be a really fucking high DC.
Okie dokie, boss. I've gotten my Tides of Chaos, so I'm probably going to use the reroll in the inevitable that it's crap. Hey, Juggun, I could do with a boost, but
Flip. I just roll it twice.
oh well, both of them are a 1. Oof, oof. So history, you said. Since oh.
Hmm. Is it
I
21?
hey, I've got
22. No, wait, 21, 21.
21. I'll use my remaining sorcery points to give me a D4 onto it. You know, bada bing. Oh, 22. Yeah.
Okay. I would say that even Lara herself, who's probably been like the majority of like what's been like relayed of like your like ideas of like adventuring, with your sort of mentorship and like or apprenticeship like under her. She has had very little experience with them and even mind flayers themselves, but at one point you did hear of her sort of journey into the Underdark, which was it was back in sort of her earlier days with the group, and it was almost a rather sort of disastrous event, as in sort of hunting down one mind flayer that had been causing trouble under the surface. They sort of came upon like this colony of them, which had been like protecting an elder brain. This like that's the only time they had ever seen or heard of like a mind flayers like coexisting in a group like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as for the actual abilities of
Yeah,
like,
no, I just no idea, but like he's aware that they have a big brain in which, you know.
yeah, and you're aware that it has, as she mentioned that like it had very like sort of far-ranging abilities. Like when they were like even miles and miles away from it, they could still feel like they were being like watched or like listened in on.
Okay, so Careless, like this thing, I'm not entirely sure if it's to do here, but there were 3 mind flayers, so I guess kind of a group. The you know the person that we said,
Yes.
Lara. Yes, she came across something in her travels before. It was like this brain thing that 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 was immensely powerful. She didn't really give me any specifics. It seems to be present when there is a group. Beholders. Beholders? No, mind flayers. Getting a little confused.
That would
A
be
group
a
of mind flayers.
bigger eyeball for the beholders. It wouldn't be a brain.
The mind flayers. When there's a big group of them, there seems to be this brain thing, and it seems to be able to, you know.
Yeah, roughly,
Yes.
generally the size of like a small cottage. They pretty big.
Kalis goes like, yes, a brain.
Yes, like a giant brain, like this, like. Hey, you remember Zelthar's house, the stable, kind of like that size.
Brains aren't that big.
I mean, it's a lot bigger than. I mean, I would have thought with your little headband, now that you might be able to. No? Okay. I feel like I'm telling the wrong person that. Taryn.
Maybe we could all. I mean, there's no reason to exclude everyone now that the tethers are gone.
There's. Hey, so there's brain thing. Big brain thing, maybe controlling the mind flayers. Not entirely sure. Or, I don't know, helping them? I don't know. Look. When mind flayers group up, there seems to be this giant brain. And it has a lot of abilities, like the ability to spy on people from miles away, which sounds a bit like the tether thing that Kalis was describing. So maybe that.
Would Taryn know anything about these?
Would Joanne know anything about these?
I'm being completely serious. I'll say it's like a DC 25 check. Like
Yeah, I don't think
it's
that.
like I'd say if you could make like a DC 25 a history or arcana, then I could save more. But,
And
like,
it is.
that was a lot to get
Even-
sparks for a
even-
21.
Yeah. I don't. I've never heard of that. I don't know how likely or unlikely that sounds. It sounds a little weird, but we've seen a lot of weird shit, so I feel like it's. I mean, possible. It sounds like it makes sense. I've never heard of that
There is
before.
a brain in the deep hold, although I suppose that might, you know, suggest how a telepathic race might, communicate on a large scale over long distances. Hey, I don't know how brain works. It's something to be aware of. If you see a
It's
giant brain, I suggest either
Kill it.
running away or killing it.
Giant brain, kill it. Got it.
Tell us there's a giant brain.
I'll do my best. Although, if I'm, there and no one else is around, I'm just gonna start stabbing it, probably.
I think, it connects all the other mind players and is very kind of tough. Though I have no idea, actually. I would imagine that if you do stab it, that all the other mind flayers are going to converge on you, so there is that.
Stab it from a distance. Got it.
Stab it from a distance.
Stab it sneakily. Got it.
Right, yes, Should we rest? Should we just, try and... I mean, you guys clearly look absolutely, if you don't mind me saying, fucked. I'm kind of alright, but you guys look like you need to sleep.
I think we should just take the rest of the day easy.
Would you like to play some cards? Take your mind off the thing.
What kind of cards?
These cards. And Fox pulls out a
These
deck of cards.
cards. I have a really cool book I've been dying to get into.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Wait,
The,
I got this. I got this covered.
We could play
The assault should have drawn most of the ire of the mind flayers, thralls, and their forces. Because we only have one day left to prepare, I would like to cautiously scout out that mine and see if we might find any casting reagents within.
Which mine?
The mine that the thralls we initially saw fled out before we followed the beholders through the gap in the ceiling.
Oh.
Hmm?
What? No, I don't remember a mine.
Yeah, there was a mine on. So when you guys were actually on your way, making your way to the first gate of Thunderhole, you guys noticed like the group of thralls of Duragar that it came out of mine carrying these sacks of like various like valuable goods, and that's the ones you saw get sort of killed by all the spectators and like the gazers, as well as Josh, and the goods were sort of brought back up. But the mine is something you guys passed. It's probably like less than like maybe like a half hour like away from like the actual like entrance that you guys came into this cavern through.
Are you sure that you want to do this? I mean, like, spellcasting wise, we don't have much left.
You shouldn't run into any trouble, I don't think.
Oh,
That's what I'm thinking, is we've committed many of their forces already by our actions, and I don't want to get into any conflicts there, but I want to see if we can find things of use to us.
Kalis, when are we ever that lucky? We're going to go into that mine, and something is going to kill us.
I mean, you just asked Zoldykork for help, and he provided it.
Yes.
If you shut the door to hope, then you can hope for nothing.
I don't like this new Kalis.
He starts the same game.
I'm the same man I always was. Man, close enough.
I like to do this, Kalis. Let's do this, Kalis.
I mean, we don't.
Oh, we'll go.
All of us don't have to go necessarily. It's back in the caves where we already are, right? So it's cut off. So we shouldn't really run into any trouble. So it's really just digging stuff out, right?
It's a mine. What are we... I mean, like, what else have they found in the mine so far? Materials-wise. Probably just, like, gold and silver. And
maybe, like, gems and shit?
That's what I'm hoping for.
Why would we need gems?
So, like, we can run into a Balrog, right?
Jesus.
Don't
even tempt your luck with that one.
He wasn't
You
even paying
roll
attention, guys,
one.
it's
You
fine.
delve very greedily.
Too deep.
Okay, so
Going in-
yeah.
We can't go into a mine with a single dwarf. Come now, that is.
All we got is one dwarf. No, the Duragar. There's some Duragar that we ran into
Oh,
before.
yeah.
No, I'm in Korg.
I know that, but we did run into some Duragar before who were on this side of things.
Possibly.
Oh yeah, there are some in these caverns. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, simple group vote. Are y'all going to the mines? Yay or nay?
I'll go.
Yes for Taryn.
I'll go.
Yes for Nev.
I think we should sneak around there and see if we can not get into conflict,
now?
but find something.
Doable. All right. So I assume that's a yes for Kalis then.
Yeah.
I don't think I really have a choice here.
I mean, you could chill if you want to.
Okay.
The session might be it'll feel a little slow on your end. But...
The session. You're right. You're right. Or we could just, chill and wait, and then go into the siege. That's tomorrow. Sure, let's go and look for gems. Yay!
Is this Sparks turning down a chance to find more shinies?
Right? It's kind of whack. I gotta say.
Is this
I'm not
character
talking about me getting
development?
more smart, but like I don't know, things are a character.
Are we
you-
witnessing character development?
You as well, Ethan.
Yeah, I'll join my allies. Sounds like a fun adventure.
Alrighty. So with that, as you guys make some last minute preparations, we'll say for the sake of this, you guys have anything else you'd like to do? This could have been a short rest. You guys have been sort of more relaxed for a while now. And with that,
Yeah,
we're
that's
going
an important
to,
step in this plan.
and we are going to go on a short rest on the stream as well. So, you know. Hey everybody, we're back. It's about that time at night where we're back. Actually, it's not. We should break a little bit later than this, don't we? Fuck. I lied to you. Get over it. So
It's us, the freaky D&D squad.
the boys and girl. I didn't forget. It was weird if I only said the boys, so I had to like. But if I said girls, I didn't want anyone to think that like that was including them.
You could just say the entities.
We're defying
Are
stereotypes
we like
with
a group of,
our
like,
token gender
Are we like a
representation in
group
this
of like
stream.
Marvel like big bad evils? The entities.
That would be a fun campaign.
I mean, please, you're asking the writer what we should refer to ourselves as. It's always going to be something weird.
I resent that.
Writers in your metaphors. Oh my god.
Trying to pick a fight.
Kind of sounds like it. Sounds a little bit like it. Alrighty. Bum. So, when we had break, the party was planning on going off to the Durgar mine that they had passed recently. To see if they could sort of scout out any precious gems, any other things, materials, goods sort of left behind that could possibly help them in this sort of upcoming leg of things. Hey, I can do this because I forgot that we have a normal screen. Bam! There you go. I need to change the date. It's been like 1, 2, 3. It's been a few days. I'll do that later. I don't.
You're
feel like
supposed
right
to be
now.
there.
So,
Okay.
as you guys sort of gather yourselves up once again, you guys take a moment to yourselves, talking amongst each other, just sort of catching a breather, as you guys had just had like a rough last like. It's been a lot. But you guys eventually sort of gather yourselves back up, making your way to the area where you entered from and scaling down the wall of the cave, because it was like the entrance is like up like in the air, like towards the top of the thing. But for the sake of brevity, we'll say that you guys can make it down without any trouble, I hope.
We had a griffin. We had a griffin to get up there. What happened
fuck,
to it?
You guys,
Kind of overkill.
it was the statue, right? It would have turned
Mhm.
back into a statue, and whoever had it.
I don't know who had it.
I don't know.
I'm
Who
holding
had
on
it
to a cold rock statue for another 4 days.
It was Careless that was
Okay.
had it last.
Unsurprising.
Is it? Damn, is it 4 days? I
Well,
don't
it's
know.
5 days, but we took a long rest.
True enough.
So rope.
So, yeah, it is.
Just
Okay.
float.
As you guys sort of carefully scale your way down, go ahead and give me sort of stealth checks as you guys are making your way through the caverns. For the sake of it, we'll say that Rollin is going to cast Pass on Trace, because he
Good,
still has
so-
spell slots.
I was out of spell slots.
Look at you people with your spell slots, man.
That's
So just for shits and giggles, I rolled a real d20 to see how it compared to roll 20, and I rolled a 19 on my roll d20. And I rolled a what does it say?
I mean,
A 5,
24 isn't bad here. No, it's
a
a 12.
5, and a 12. I rolled a 19. I just would like that for the record.
that seemed perfectly reasonable to me. Just random shit.
Could be worse. You could roll a 9.
Don't say that to roll 20.
So,
No. I rolled a 1.
anyways,
No.
everything is said and done as you guys are sort of quietly moving along the cavern. It's a rather uneventful trip as you guys find yourselves at the edge of this mine. Making your way forward, you don't hear sounds of any more Duragar or anything sort of traversing these tunnels. It seems to all be in the clear.
Do we have any tools to extract minerals and gems?
I have a pickaxe.
We have one pickaxe for how many of us?
Well, no, I have a set of pickaxes.
Oh,
I
okay.
picked
look
up
for
from
it.
the forge.
Cool. Cool. So we have 3, which means 2 of us will supervise. Got it.
What do you mean? None of us are doing anything. I still have 5 skeletons.
You know?
I'm not gonna figure out the logistics of how you got them down, but I did say you did, so you did.
I knew I liked you for a reason to go.
One bone at a time, right, Elijah?
I
Slave
guess.
labor. Yeah.
It's like throw them all down, and when they get to the bottom, just re-raise them. Let me just move the tokens.
I wanna try mining manually if we find anything worth mining. Just because I figure might as well use my strength stat.
Why tire yourself out when the undead who never tire can do it for you?
It's the principle. Not everyone needs undead to do their work for them.
True. True.
Burn.
I could magic missile blast my way through the wall.
Yeah. Oh my god, I put the map on the fucking GM layer. Good job, Elijah.
I like how our objectives have not changed for like a year.
I mean, it's still accurate.
Stop invasion. Oops.
I don't even remember which point the oops was at the as things.
I mean, there are a lot of oops. Oops is an
I just know that at some point there was a goof, and that we've just been rolling with it since.
Taryn, you wrote the oops, right?
I think
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
it's out there.
don't know,
I think we all were the oops. Let's just say that.
but
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well for myself.
dun dun dun. So, oh fuck.
My oops came before y'all.
Where are these skeletons?
map. Please load. There we go.
Oh god.
It was very blurry.
It's very blurry still for me.
It will load probably in a moment though.
Oh, there's the skeletons. Are there 4 or are there 5? There we go. Okay.
Yeah, you have to resize your tokens, just a smidge. I think y'all are able to.
No. You have to resize our tokens.
That's the dumbest shit ever. Roll 20 sucks. One day, Fantasy
you do?
Grounds, I'll come for you.
Oh, you
There
are.
we go.
Nah, but I'll think about it. Alright, good enough. I'll just leave that one skeleton looking like y'all now. So you guys make your way off like into the mine itself. As you guys approach the entrance, you do see, or sort of stepping over the railway tracks for the mine carts that make their ways in and out of here. But at the moment, everything seems to be like fairly quiet. And you can sort of arrange yourselves however you want to. I don't know actually. I think that's just I copy pasted it from like the actual. I think that's Zelthar that was supposed to be Rowlin.
That's what I thought too.
Oh yeah.
Let me.
Is Roland with us?
Yeah. I'm just grabbing a different token for him.
Yeah, that makes more sense. They're not that close of brothers. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
And,
Maybe besties, really, you know.
I mean, like in sight, or like in, you know, by looks is the word I'm looking for. Looks.
Okay, I don't know where that token is. I'm just going to use this other elf.
I've got one, Elijah.
I already put it on there. That's fine. Okie dokie. So, yeah, as you guys sort of make your way into the cave, the first thing you guys see is, if this is how you all are going to be positioned, sort of Sparks and Jungum sort of making your way up the front, you see this sort of fairly decently sized pool of like this sort of clear blue water right next to you, almost like the stillness of it sort of like reflecting like the ceiling above, making it look totally transparent. Ahead of you, you see going on sort of further and further along the railroad track seems to be some sort of like man-made structure. I don't know how far out your dark vision. Okay, about right there. Cool beans. Seems to be some like man-made like structure, maybe some sort of like housing area or something like that.
There's like some sort of structure up front. Ooh, a minecart. I want to check that out.
I don't think it's on the rails, Jugan.
So yeah, as Jungum, you make your way over to the minecart. It seems to be pretty, minecarty. There's not much that's too special about it. It is not fully on the rails. It seems to have been sort of knocked out the way of something at some point.
I didn't anticipate this was going to be like a real place.
Yeah, I had this here for if y'all were going to go in it, like when the Durgar left, and then y'all didn't, so I kind of just tucked it away.
Right.
And now we're back.
Sparks is going to, with his ring of water walking, just walk out and see if he can see anything underneath.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Hey, look, I'm going to re-roll that, because that's 2 natural ones. I've got Taran's luck.
See,
The curse has
400,
been
1 in
passed
400
on.
chance.
All is right with the world.
Oh man.
Have we exercised it and the spirit has taken up residence in someone else?
That would be fantastic, actually.
No,
Hold hard.
Take it back.
I did my time.
Alrighty. So, I'll move those guys up as well. And I'll reveal the rest of this room. So as you're sort of standing over the water sparks, sort of just looking around, seeing if there's anything below. It seemed like this is just mostly a pool of, as you sort of touch down, give it a taste, just a pool of like it's kind of fresh water that like they had been using. If you look towards like the bottom of the pool, it seems like it's like this is like an outlet for like some sort of like underground stream, as you see these small sort of tunnels, both of which maybe like 1.5 feet wide. From like their entrance and exit at this point that sort of like pass through the area. But outside of that, it seems to be water. Fairly normal.
Anybody need to refill their canteen? Unless it's got like lime in it or something.
I don't know what lime is.
True.
It's got lemon.
In this setting. So yeah, I'll probably do that, I guess.
It's so easy.
Can't imagine there's many other streams down here.
But yeah, as you do so, water seems to be perfectly drinkable. It's fine enough.
I'll refill my canteen just for shits and giggles.
And as sort of those of you who are out front sort of making your way up, you see this room filled with like some various crates and other mine carts that have been pushed to the side, as well as would be about this point right here. If I don't know whether or not you're walking in the room. It seems to be this is like sort of like a junction area, like for the mine carts, for those kind of coming in and out, for goods just being sort of stored and supplied, and also needing to be gotten out like more efficiently. And where are they?
I don't like the sound of that. You said there would be no enemies. Curtis, why?
I mean, I didn't. I said that. He didn't say that.
I never said that at all. But there doesn't seem to be anything sort of particularly alarming at the moment. Besides, I can't find
What's
the
there?
things I had
It's
for
on the
them.
wall.
Oh, I guess they're not there then, huh?
Sort of on the side, sort of lining like the entrance, which you'd be able to see from your angle, Sparks, lining the entrance of like the tunnel leading out into like the main like mine shaft where the actual stuff is gotten from. You see these two statues similar to those you actually saw at the front gate of the deep hole, sort of standing there like staring against the wall, staring at each other.
Definitely statues.
Where are they now?
They are right here and right here. I'm just trying to find, because they weren't I didn't make this map.
We established that we didn't have a never-ending story situation with those statues going into the city, right?
I'm sorry, say
I
it again?
don't know what that means.
Never mind.
Maybe when I was like 5.
Oh,
See, I know what you meant, but I'm not going to go into those details. We're still stealthing, right? That was the plan?
Yeah. The statues are bad in that movie.
I'm stealthing.
Yeah.
Question
Yeah.
mark.
I'll advance as long as I'm keeping within range of
Because I was
Zelthar,
going to ride around the minecart,
which is
but I
his brother.
realized that's not stealthing.
Yeah, riding around in minecarts is generally not stealthy. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I
That
don't
looks
have.
like a non-conspicuous statue graphic.
Yeah, I wonder why it looks like that. Fuck me. But yeah. What are you doing, Sparks?
Just wondering what's this away and what's over here.
This way, there's this that just cuts off there. That's why I didn't open the fog of war that way. And this pile seems mostly like to be like sort of like rubble and stone, sort of like waste and refuge of things that they've been sort of like tossed out of like the actual like valuables like from like the mine carts. But there are a few crates around you which you could look through if that's what you're talking about.
Yes, I would like to look at the crates.
Yeah. So going through the ones right there, it seems to be mostly what's it called, like unrefined, like gold and silver. In their sort of like like the sort of raw form of what's nuggets. That's the word. Not really nuggets, but like this sort of like chunks still
Ore.
melded in ore. Yes, fucking thank you. Still like melded in with like the stone and everything else they were mined from.
Should we put some of this in the bag?
Sure, that sounds a smart idea.
Yeah, I can carry a bunch too. On our way out. Out.
Altogether, weight-wise, it'd probably be about around 500 or so pounds of gold and 700. No, it'd be 800 of silver.
So I'm writing this down.
Focus specifically on the gold. Sparks will put about 100 pound of it in his bag of holding, but other than that, he'll leave the others to decide what they want.
800 pounds of silver?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm super interested in the silver. Silver more my skeletons.
Oh,
Fuck.
no.
Fuck. Why don't I think of these things?
Just leave that door wide open.
The silver suddenly disappears. So can I see further down this cave other than these two menacing statues that clearly aren't going to do anything?
Yeah, you do see the sort of like the railway track sort of snake off, going in separate directions.
Clearly, we need a split.
I would like to, from this distance, inspect the statues. Do they appear to be any glyphs or anything weird on them?
Yes. Sort of. From here, you can sort of like clearly see, in Dwarvish, at the foot of each statue, there seems to be there's like this like not necessarily like a arcane inscription, but just a sort of like well made like golden plaque. I'm pulling both of those.
Jugun, what does that say?
Chicken, yeah.
Well, what does that say?
Yeah, so as you sort of stand next to Sparks, trying not to get closer, sort of squinting, trying to read what it says. What's it called? Woe upon those who trespass into the Black Iron Mountains of Thunderhole.
Oh, don't sound too good.
Would you like me to yeet this magic stone?
To eat it? What is this eating?
Question, quick, beforehand. How much space is between the wall and the statues?
They're pretty much like wide up, like between the walls, and the minecart like goes like directly between them, with maybe
there's
like
no
a couple feet of clearance like between the minecarts and them.
But there's no space between them and the wall.
Nope.
No.
Rats. What about them in the ceiling?
There's maybe like a couple feet of clearance on the ceiling from the
You
top of
climb.
their heads.
We could climb over them, guys.
Taryn, I pat her on the back gently. I think perhaps that it's probably a magical force field of some description that you would, from
Right.
ceiling to floor. I mean, you're welcome to try.
I think I'll pass on this one.
You sure?
You really just want to see me fly back and land on my ass, don't you?
Maybe.
Not today. Do we want to? Well, do we want to waste one of those stones dispelling that magic? Potentially.
Mm-hmm. Or I guess Kalis could just run through and see what happens, and we can react.
Hmm.
Ooh, you should prepare for this.
I think he got hit by a ballista. He's kind of done with
He
those
survived.
means.
He can, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
I'll go.
Chicken,
You're one of our healers, though.
you're the person that needs to be alive.
I
I
can.
thought your idea was interesting, Tyron.
I
I
can.
do have this grappling hook that we might make use of.
I mean, I got a grappling hook too. I'm pretty sure. Do I?
Yeah, what are you going to grapple onto, though? It's a ceiling.
It's head. No, there's a couple feet. I don't have a grappling hook.
How far is the
Far?
ceiling above the heads of these statues?
Is
There's
it
like
a couple feet?
yeah, there's like maybe like I'd say like because the ceiling at this point is still like even because it's like the man-made part of it. There's maybe like 3 to 4 feet of clearance from like the top of their head to like the actual ceiling.
I can crawl.
So what I'll do is I'll wrap the rope around my waist, like tie it, and then with the grappling hook, it's like a feeler arm of it.
Okay, so where exactly are you throwing the grappling hook at? Like just to clarify.
I'm not gonna throw it. I tie it around my waist, and then like I have like a tail leading off of me. It's like the rope attached to the grappling hook, so I can like climb up and like anchor it to a foothold and use pull myself out.
Oh, so you're going to climb the statue.
I was gonna try and climb the wall and like not touch the statue.
I think the wall is very
Yeah, it's
flat
like
and sheer. There's no thing to get into.
yeah, like the area you're in is like the actual like this is like the man-made structural part. There's not much for like handholds. This is like a sort of like carved like stone wall, not like
Okay.
the sort of like
It is a flat wall.
natural like rocky like areas you find outside of here.
Ah, fuck it. I'm just going to run through.
Go,
Okay.
Hold
Sparks,
on.
go!
Hold on. What happens
don't-
if we go up and touch the statue?
Well, we're gonna find out.
Why can
Let
we
me
throw a
move your
rock
token.
through?
Can I
Sparks.
prepare an
shoot an arrow.
action?
You could prepare action if you can say it within 4 seconds.
Oh dear.
1,
Yeah,
2,
I'm
3,
drawing my weapon.
4. Okay.
I'm holding my
Yeah, I'm
shot.
gonna use a bow and arrow.
I'm just gonna
So-
watch.
As you guys are all standing,
Hide.
you guys.
Because you technically are hidden.
You all hear what's it called? The sound just rushes. Ah, fuck it! And he just sort of rushes, sort of like through. And Sparks, you don't like feel any sort of like magical barrier or anything like stopping you. Funnily enough, but above Terran's head, you see that sort of like Metal Gear Solid exclamation mark appear as the dagger of warning goes off.
Warning, guys! Warning! Danger!
And I need you to roll initiative.
Danger.
As you run between them, you see both statues immediately like sort of move as it's sort of like as they so lift up these sort of like large two-handed war hammers coming off their pedestals. You see both the ends of the war hammers are sort of like covered in like or like plated in like this glittering gold, sort of shining. What's it called?
So I don't get to finish my movement?
No, initiative starts as soon as you like got within 5 feet of the snatches.
Well, yeah, no action either then.
No, because you just said you were moving.
How
Okay.
fast can statues move, guys?
I'm gonna roll initiative after the turn order comes up, I think.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Very
I did
fast.
not click it. Let me
That
just.
5 for Zelthar though.
Oof. That's worse than mine last time. Dang.
Hey, look, you're rolling good. Oh shit, you're
Impressive.
rolling good on initiative, which means I'm gonna roll. No, the curse!
It's because I
Maybe
pulled
it's
out my
my
real die. They're threatening roll 20 on my desk.
I didn't click my token.
All of these rolls are awful.
Mine isn't.
Mine is an advantage.
Well, mine was advantage too.
Like, look at this shit.
Twins.
Those are 2 natural ones.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, it's just
Oh.
initiative, but...
Hey, this is what's the
Jesus.
title to chaos? Yeah.
Am I gonna be, like, ahead of everyone with my roll?
Wow, look at those rolls.
Is a 10 gonna be, like, this second
Fuck,
person?
Taran, no, why? Oh, Magic Sorcerer needs his rolls.
Uh-oh.
There's 2 Mias in the turn
And-
order.
Oh,
I'm
no.
at 10, and yeah, there you go.
There's now one of us? What?
Mm,
Like, so the reason that I was asking about the running thing is because I was going to use my feline agility to move 60 feet, which is the question of unless they have something to stop me.
they will take
How
an
would
opportunity attack if you're
Yeah,
gonna leave their
sure.
attack range.
Yeah, because I mean they wouldn't have moved. It's fine. The first sense that he would have had that they were moving is when they were trying to stab him.
Yeah, the statues were like totally like unmoving until like
Yeah.
you got next to them.
Basically.
So, appropriately so. As you see the dagger, as you get like this sort of like sneaking like or this like sort of chill sensation up your spine, you see the statues begin to move, and the rest of your party is alerted by your dagger of the danger ahead. None of you are surprised. Very good. And Taryn, you are the first off on initiative.
Oh boy.
Do you not want to do the attack of opportunity, Elijah?
Oh, are you running past?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. All right, then go ahead and move your token then, where you want everyone to go. But because they don't have Sentinel, like their attacks won't stop your movement.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the first one. Say 29 to hit.
Cool.
And the second one.
Mm-mm.
That's a 19.
Both hit.
So I'll just roll all the dice together then.
All the dice. Oh no.
That's 42 points of damage from both attacks.
It's fine.
As you watch as Sparks sees them beginning, and you hear like sort of like an eep sound as he attempts to sort of like run past them, and he's immediately propelled, thrown forward by strikes against the back of his shoulders from both hammers, sort of simultaneously, and you feel like the breath leave your lungs, and like the sort of like almost like what you hope is everything is in the place where it's supposed to be.
Does he get extra movement from that?
I'll give you an extra 10 feet if you
Catapulted.
want. Sure.
Sure, I'll take it. Huh?
But yeah, if that's the case, then we are going to go over to Taryn.
Alright. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna take my bonus action to do steady aim and fire the pistol at
Ooh.
Can I aim for the closest one, this guy?
Go for it. And
Oh,
You have
aim for-
advantage
you
without
already
aiming, right?
Taryn, you already have advantage because they haven't
Mm-hmm.
because I believe they haven't taken their turn yet.
Oh, okay.
'Cause you're
No, they have
faster.
not.
No,
Because then
So
They-
you can save your bonus action.
they
That's what I'm
auto
saying.
Right.
crit if they hit. If you hit.
That's if they're
Uh,
surprised.
You don't have
sorry.
advantage.
Okay, never.
say that one more time, Sparks.
So basically, what the assassin thing does, if you get to attack before they move, you crit if you hit
Yeah.
them. So, but you don't get advantage on.
Yeah,
I don't.
that's my fault. I misunderstood. I misunderstood the
You
ability.
still want to steady aim, so you can then crit if you hit something.
Yeah. And I want to aim for the hand that's holding the axe.
I don't think you can do cold shots.
Yeah, we.
So- It's
Okay.
just gonna clear the reading of like the class says you have advantage if they haven't taken a turn in combat. If they're surprised, everything you hit them with is a crit.
Ah,
Okay, so it's the other way around. So you do have advantage without using your
Okay.
bonus action. This will not be a critical unless it crits normally.
Okay, that's fine.
no.
And I believe I crit on a...
If you use Hexblade's Curse, you crit on a 19.
Right. All right, this addition is not correct. It should be a +8, but it's not doing it correctly in...
Well, just roll it, and then we can.
Yeah. So that would be an extra +4, so that's a 17.
17 just hits.
14 damage.
Oh, well, my max damage.
I mean, you also had advantage if you did want to.
Oh,
roll.
yeah. Yeah, I do. I'm at 5. Right?
Yeah, just roll
I
it.
always
Just
forget.
roll it again. Just click it. Except for the
Sparks, how
Roll
much HP do you
damages.
have?
It says like it's
Like the
illegal carbon or something.
I mean, no, for the sneak attack.
no, I'm saying
you have
roll
advantage on
again
your
if
attack
you
roll.
have advantage
Oh,
if you get a crit, because you might get a crit.
that is very true.
Sparks, how much HP do you have right now?
27.
Okay.
Oof.
So
Made it worse.
Worth a try.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and then
Sneak attack, that's an extra 22
Nice.
points of damage. That's actually a
Yep.
pretty fucking good sneak attack roll.
36 altogether.
So, 36 points of damage. As you sort of pull the pistol out, as you see both of them sort of like bringing the hammers back from their blow with sparks. This is the magic pistol too, isn't it?
yes, it is. Yep.
You watch. Yeah, that's important.
Don't think it has the +1 that it should do as well, because the pistol was a +1, wasn't it?
Okay, so that means it's.
No, it's just 1d10 +4. I don't think it's a +. I don't have it noted. If
It should
is.
have a +1 on it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1d4 plus
So it's
5?
15
1d10
plus 20.
plus
So
5.
37 points of damage instead. Instead of
Ooh.
36.
Nice.
And you watch as there's this sort of crackling sound, as there's this sort of thunderous boom echoing throughout, and you see this sort of like a large like chunk of stone taken out of like the forearm of the golem.
So, because it's magic and I don't need to do it, can I do my bonus action and just fire it again?
You've already bonus act. Oh wait. No,
Yeah, you
didn't.
use your bonus action steady aim.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Wait.
We did determine I did do that.
No. You are right, because you already had advantage, so you didn't need to use your bonus action steady aim. I'm just stupid, so you do have a bonus action. I apologize.
Cool. Then I will fire that again. I will do it again. Hopefully.
And I'll
Yes?
do it again.
You would.
Huh?
I think you'd be able to throw a knife, not fire the pistol, because the pistol has loading.
It's
but-
repeating, because it's arcane, remember?
Okay. Yeah.
The enchantment on it removed the loading feature.
Okay.
Loading doesn't do anything unless you have a multi-attack feature, because rogues don't. I'm pretty sure.
So, the consensus is yes?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. It's not advantage for it? No. Is it?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's still your turn, or it still hasn't taken its turn, you still have advantage.
Okay, still advantage, but no more sneak attack. That's what it is.
Correct the mundo.
So this is, that's a 12.
Oh, that's right. You get like permanent
12 don't
advantage.
do
That's
it.
cool.
Advantage. So roll again.
12, or... Yeah, that's a 27.
I guess it hits.
Yeah. 12 more damage.
I don't. Taran rolling high.
Oh,
is
13.
not normal.
Yeah, 13 more damage.
13 extra points of damage.
Oh yeah.
Paw champion. So,
No.
I'm imagining Pogs, not whatever that other thing is.
well,
Oh
you're
my
wrong.
god.
No, I'm older, right?
Our one viewer is now upset. He's
That's-
like, they don't understand poggers?
I think they're my friends if they're gonna side with
Fortnite
me.
Pogger? Fortnite Pogger?
I'm older, right? It's such grandma vibe.
I love it. So
Back in
as-
my day, I was
so
correct.
As both these bullets come flying from the gun, the first one taking this large like stone chunk out of its sort of forearm, and the
Back in
second
the
one
90s.
sort of like leaving like this sort of like dent into its shoulder. The creature, being a golem, gives sort of no like sounds of pain or anything. That'd be a little disturbing. But it does seem to have been. It definitely does seem to have been effective on the creature. And with that, we will actually move over to the golem's turn. Okay. And as what's it called? As that happens in Sparks, you see what's it called? Looking behind you, sort of taking a moment to catch your breath. Okay. Interesting. You see one of the stone golems turn towards you, and there's a sort of sound of heavy footfalls as it begins to chase you down the cavern.
Cue Benny Hill theme.
no.
Do 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 do. I hope it doesn't have 40 feet of movement.
Gets right there. I think that's the correct spot. Should I not? It'd be pretty funny.
Go on then, Elijah. I take no hit from a worm encounter, but I get insta-killed by a statue before I can react. That's about right.
That would be hilarious. What I need you to actually do is make me a wisdom saving throw.
Cool.
As you see, is sort of the statue
good at
sort of like
those.
raise the hammer in your direction from about however many feet away. 14. That is a failure. You are slowed.
Okay.
Jeez, that sucks.
So it's typical stuff. You
I
can't
know
use
what flow
reactions.
does. I've got the spell.
I'm explaining it for everybody so they know that they might, so
Oh.
they can consider the fact that they might need to help you. But yeah, you can't take reactions. Your speed is halved, and you can't take more than one action. And you can take either an action or a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so that is its turn. We move over to the next initiative, which I fucking closed out.
Or Exor.
What's up?
Or Exor.
For what?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
Or.
making a really dumb joke. Huh?
No one likes your computer science shenanigans. Shut up, nerd.
So you can do both. That's what you're saying.
Fuck you and Roger Taylor. Kruth sort of makes his way up towards the thing, and you see him sort of swinging his warhammer back and forth. I believe this is +3.
Oh, to have a +3 weapon.
Well, it's been 30 years no, it's more than 30. It's like 140 years adventuring. You get some shit. So +3, +5, 8.
Be dead. The rest of you would be alive.
Is that
How
actually
long
an attack bonus? Was I doing it wrong before? Oops.
That must be a yes.
That's the. I'm just gonna make all the attacks together because I can't be fucked to do math. Okay, 2 hit, and the damage is 2d8 plus strength. Cool beans. 8 plus 10 plus. That's for the +3. And you watch as Kruth sort of comes up and begins just sort of not exactly able to like really like get up to like the creature. It's fairly large, and even now it's still on its like pedestal, but he's just sort of like wailing away at like the sort of like calf, or this like the stone calf of this creature, and you watch as like the stone part begins to crumble a little bit as he's damaging it. Still very much alive, and he's gonna end his turn right there. We move over to Jungum.
Yay, it's my turn. Okay. Well, bonus action, skeletons attack.
What's their to hit bonus? I always forget.
I believe it's +2.
Is it really? I thought is it that shitty?
I think it's
Wait,
+4.
let me double check. I'm sorry, I didn't pull up their page because I don't know.
For
It
shame.
is +4.
+4. So 2 would hit.
Okay. And what's there?
1d8
Sure.
+2 is normal, so it's a bit 2d8 +4.
1d6.
Wait,
Yeah.
are these weapons magical? This ones your skeletons have?
Not these now.
Okay. Then as the arrows sort of fly against it, you see even though like they're hitting it, like there's sort of some coating or like small aura on it actually protecting it, and the arrows just sort of bounce off.
Skeletons are useless then. That's unfortunate.
Way out.
Would your arrows happen to be adamantine?
I don't know. Is that what they
Hey,
have
we
down
can
here?
make some armor out of these for Kalis.
I move up.
I just got some
Man.
fancy armor.
Adamantine,
Wait.
though.
He's got better
Yeah,
than
it cancels
adamantine.
crits.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the adamantine.
Does an
effect.
18 hit them?
An 18 does hit.
Okay. This is for a one-handed weapon, so it'd be a 14.
14
Wait.
points of.
Yeah, 14.
That is complex.
Yeah, I know.
Okie dokie. So that is 14 points of damage as you run up, sort of swinging your shovel, able to reach a little bit higher than Kruith can, and sort of like jam it into like the waist piece of which, and you watch as you're sort of able to dig out a chunk of it. And there's this sort of cracks forming around its lower half as it's becoming more and more damaged. Next up, we have Kalis.
Save me, wild buddy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing something right. I don't know if they have ranged attacks.
You got 10 feet, right? You could move here and then... No. Even then.
Any attacks? It doesn't give attraction. So yeah, I'm gonna go move down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if I put myself there, then I can take opportunity attacks on both. So, I'm gonna attack the southern one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna come over here, just sort of swing it overhead and like come in from the side with, you know, the branch sword thing. Screw it. I'll do reckless attack.
Yeah, likelihood is they'll hit you anyway.
Does a 18 hit them?
18 does hit.
I don't. It's been 10 minutes, so actually I need to turn that off. It's only a 17.
Oh, okay. 17 just hits.
Cool. Second one. And oh shit! I was gonna rage. I have to rage.
Rage.
Is it too late to do that, or?
Nah, it's fine. I assumed you're already raging, honestly.
I always do. I just forgot. Because my brain is bad. Just gonna flood the chat with a lot of text. So that it's force damage I'm dealing. And that's about the only change.
Okay.
So yeah.
Did that used to be psychic damage, or am I misremembering?
Yes, you're right.
Oh, let's see. It's good they changed that.
Yeah, but that's my turn.
Alrighty, so as you... Oh.
Does the thing have to take a constitution saving throw for the slow?
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a spell effect, or it's not a spell. It's just something, it's just an action it can do. So as you sort of go forward, seeing this thing like slowly but steadily chasing after Sparks, as you see Sparks running away, sort of like in slow motion, sort of coming up behind it, taking these sort of large, sort of like chunks of stone off of its sort of shoulders and back as it begins to start crumbling in front of you. But it's still very sturdy. It's meant to ward off must be pretty big things.
Yeah, I'm just taking a chip off the old block.
Ooh.
Sparks, it's your turn.
I'm gonna use my Wand of Wonder because being slowed is difficult for a spellcaster,
Yes,
and I will recharge my tides when I do it.
go for it.
I will do it at that stone statue in front of me. 61.
So close to
You
being
say-
funny.
you guys watch as Sparks pulls out the wand in like this like slow panic, and you see the arcane energy begin to hit it, and boom, it hits the chest of the golem, and you watch as it sort of sparks and hits the ground, and all around you all, because this is a 60-foot radius, grass begins to grow. That's it.
It's
I'm making
comforting,
the area
but
wild. I'm powering up Kalis.
Oh,
So you still have your movement.
where's that meme?
Half your movement.
I cast Fly on a random creature within 60 feet of me.
Alright, who's within 60 feet of you?
Everyone, I think.
So Jungam, Kruth, I'm going to roll a d5. Jungam is 1, Kruth is 2, Golem is 3, Kalis
I'm
is 4.
included in that, by
You
the
are,
way.
you know what? I'll roll a d6 then, and you'll be 6.
Cool.
The Golem can now fly.
Oh no. Mistake has been made.
This
Which
Golem
one?
can now fly.
oh god damn it!
Sparks is going to take this opportunity to run 15 feet deeper into the cavern away.
Ooh. So okay.
Okay. Rowlin is going to take his turn. And he's going to drop the pass out of trace, sort of cast Hunter's Mark, this bonus action, and send 2 arrows flying towards the flying golem. You see, sort of slightly like, ooh, yeah, still slowed. Okay, he crits on one of them. That's good.
Ooh.
Will he save? Let's see. I'll let you have the stage for just a moment longer. No.
Nope, never mind. Cool, I tried.
Man.
You can't cast wisdom things on me. I can't pass.
Nah. So that is a d8 plus 8 plus 5 plus 2 plus a d6 plus 6 for the critical. So 26 points of damage on the first arrow that Roland sends out. And the second one still hits because fucking it's still over a 20. Stupid fucking kill your brother. And the second arrow hits for another 15 points of damage. You see these 2 arrows sort of fly into the chest of the creature. And you watch as like with this sort of like thin like film of like some sort of arcane energy that was protecting it from non-magical attacks is sort of pierced as the arrows are able to penetrate right into it, as hitting like structural points of it as it begins slowly like cracking and crumbling. And directly after him we have Zelthar. And you just saw Kalis and Sparks run around a corner with the statue. Because actually, I just realized they just left your line of sight when they did that. So that's the last thing you saw.
All
Both the
right.
statues are still alive, though, right?
Yes, both are still alive.
Okay.
Okay.
Animated.
I'm not gonna try the
I
restraint
don't
thing
know.
because they seem super strong. So
No,
I'll
pretty
just
weak.
Hunter.
You should go for it.
Don't listen to the DM.
anyways, I'm gonna go Hunter's Mark on this one.
I'm sorry. This one right here.
Yes,
Alright.
the flying Mary Poppins over here, and then I'm gonna attack him.
Hits.
Hell yeah!
Hallelujah.
14 points. 16.
Damn. And then I'm gonna shoot another arrow. Super.
Same
Honestly,
thing.
with these
Don't.
rolls, try a sharpshooter shot. Just try it.
Too late now.
I didn't think of it.
Let's see.
Did you
another
make that
And then-
go?
17.
Oh.
I honestly do. You're right.
All right. So you send another 2 bolts immediately falling off your Rowlands, sort of landing in like the arm joints, in like the shoulders of the creature. And you see that like the arrows that begin to like restrain and sort of begin to immobilize it, as it seems that whatever magic is holding the golem together is the essence of which is beginning to leave it. However, he still gets to take his turn. So it is. He's going to make one attack against Jungam and the other against Kruith, as this sort of large hammer is going to come swinging around towards both of you. I'll just say the fucking Discord notifications. Get the fuck out of here. The first one is the first rolls for Jungam, the second one's for Kruith.
Boop beep.
That's a 22 to hit you, Jungam. Move your mic. Pull your mic down.
That is my EC.
Okay, so that hits. So you take.
I call shenanigans.
I called the roll. I told you which one it was gonna be. It then hit. It beat
You're
you.
fudging your dice. It's okay.
Yeah, you caught me. You take 18 points of bludgeoning damage, and this first other one's a 15, and you watch as Kruth sort of ducks below what's it called, the hammer, and you sort of look down to see him move just in time to see the hammer hit you, as you're sort of hit and you're slammed against the wall for a moment, as there's this sort of solid, massive like dent in the side of your armor from where you were just hit. But yeah, magic grass. That's something. That's something, and that is its turn. Would. Yeah, it had done that. And then we're gonna move over to Taryn.
I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker. And I believe. Yeah, I still get advantage because they're within 5 feet of him, right?
You get sneak
Yes.
attack, not advantage.
Sneak attack. Okay. Right. Right. Alright. Oh. 11. I'm gonna use my luck.
Go for it.
17.
17 hits. So 14 points of
14.
piercing damage plus sneak attack.
22 again, so 36.
36. How do you want to blow up the statue?
Just want to take aim and I guess just blow it. I would like to blow the weapon right out of its hand.
So as you sort of line up, as like it's getting ready to swing again towards Jungam after just dealing this sort of fairly large blow to her, knocking back, you watch as a sort of wrists are met, sort of swung in the, getting ready to be pulled back, and there's this crack of thunder that echoes throughout the cavern for a moment, almost sort of deafening you all. And you watch as, well, you don't see the bullet, but you see the sort of broken off parts of its wrist fall to the ground as it swings, and it's just arms, just forearms that go and slam against the wall. And you watch as the magic of the statue becomes inert as it has taken too much damage.
All right.
So yeah, you still have your bonus action.
I do. What's the range on this? 60. I'm way too far from the other guy, aren't I?
I should have given the statues dwarven throwers. That'd have been cool.
Let me. Oh gosh. Where's my measurer thingy? I'll move right there. And
You're
I'm
in
gonna
range of it without moving, but yeah.
That's fine. This is a clearer shot, anyways. And I will shoot the other statue.
Oh,
Go
God.
for it.
What?
You're in a line between me and the statue. It's the joke.
I'll just shoot around you.
You can curve the bullet.
Natural
Boom.
one. Natural
Oh,
one.
please. Please. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
Oh no, it wouldn't be. 26. No,
That's
it's a
a
rapier.
rapier.
That's the wrong thing.
It's the same attack roll, so that would hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. We'll do this damage. It's different. 14.
Yeah, 14
Great.
points of piercing damage. As Kalis, you see sort of wailing into the back of this creature that seems to be sort of transfixed on sparks running down the cavern. What's it called? You manage to also sort of land this like blow in the sort of center of its back, carving away these piece of stone, and you see like some sort of like arcane like core like to the golem. It seems to be like part of what's powering the creature.
Center mass. Good.
And it is its turn. Lucky for it, more people have entered the mine. So, well, Sparks is already slowed. He's not worried about him getting away. He's going to sort of turn towards you, Kalis. As you sort of been wailing at it, and you watch as you're still sort of, as Gnarlheart is still brandished, the statue sort of turns like 180 degrees towards you with these sort of stiff, unnatural movements. And it's going to move a foot closer to you, or 5 feet, because it was already within range. And it's going to swing its Warhammer.
I have used Reckless Attack last turn.
Okay, so these will be at advantage. So this is the first attack. That's a 28 to hit.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And 21.
21? Yeah.
Okay. So 68 plus 12.
This is bludgeoning damage?
This is bludgeoning. So this is reduced to 16 points of damage. As the hammer comes swinging wide towards you, and you're able to sort of leverage Gnarlheart and sort of brace yourself against it. You still get sent, sort of moved back a couple feet just from the massive weight of the blow.
I'll just block it with the haft of Gnarlheart, but, you know, the force of it sort of kind of fucks me up a bit.
Honestly, you've been hit by worse today.
Not wrong.
But yeah, and that is its turn. Kruth sort of standing where he is.
I'll use my reaction actually.
Oh yeah, you're rage.
So it's gonna have to make a Constitution save as I, zap it back, counterattack.
All right, con save 19.
Okay, so nothing happens.
Got it. And Kruth he's just gonna make his sort of. I'm just gonna roll them all at once. You watch as the hammer begins sort of flying back and forth between him and the golem as it's sort of. That's first one doesn't hit, or one of them doesn't hit. Other two do. As sort of there's this. The hammer's literally flying in the air, sort of back and forth with him as it immediately hits and then it's returned to its grasp, and then it's flown at it once again, sort of taking out these stone chunks of the creature. Fuck. Nope, that's not it. There we go. 27 points of damage. And that is... He'll move a bit closer, and that'll be his turn. And we'll go over to Jungan.
Yeah, it's my turn. This thing's probably get shoveled.
Shovel.
Shoveled.
Yep.
Successful
26.
shoveling.
And you can take 6 points of damage.
Okay. So,
It doesn't really seem right.
oh, you rolled a 1 on damage. That's why. So 1.
Okay, never mind. I see it. You're good. We're good.
Is that all for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna see my bonus actions.
All right. Move over to
Back to
Kalis.
skeleton.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I just smack it. So we'll reckless attack again. Twice.
First miss.
16 misses, right?
Correct.
Man, that's a terrible roll. Yeah, I'll just sort of like, I'll try and upswing it, like, you know, up into the sort of carved junction of its armpit, and try and like trying to use the force to like disjoint the arm from the construction. But one imagines it will not do that quite yet. And then I'm just going to sort of stick out my chest and hit it with this sort of solar beam and make it save constitution-wise.
Alrighty. The con save is, say, 15.
That fails, actually, so it takes 4 radiant and is blinded.
Cool beans. Can it be blinded? It can.
Cool. I hit it in the, you know, very active stone eyes.
Alright, give me just one moment. You know why.
Woof. Woof.
Can't imagine.
Woof. You ready for this
I was wondering
fireball
why.
that's gonna come out of my wand of wonder?
No, we're too close, man.
I don't get to choose, and I can't cast any other magic. Because I'm slow.
Cast fist.
I can't get to it in time because I only have 15 feet of movement.
If you're slow,
So
you can
little.
cast stuff, it's just, it might get delayed half the time.
No, it's on a roll of a 11. I can, on a roll of a 10 plus, it just doesn't get cast.
Is that what it says?
Roll up. Roll up. I suppose. But either way. Oh,
I
but
think,
then
I don't know,
yeah.
I guess it depends on what the Elijah decides, the reading rounds.
What's up?
it's fine. It's gonna be dead by next turn. But, you know.
Alright, so it is
I will-
blinded. Takes another 4 points of radiant damage. Is that all for your turn, Kalis?
Yeah. That's all my actions.
Alright, Sparks.
Gonna aim here, you know, just in case it's a lightning bolt.
Go for it.
And
That's good.
the wand of wonder.
A
Bleh.
rat.
Hey, it might be a rat, or it might be an elephant. 96. That's
That
interesting.
good?
The target's skin turns blue for 1d10 days.
Fucking, really?
You watch as the statue turns blue.
It is blue for 4 days.
Nice.
You watch as like yeah, you watch as it doesn't really have skin, but I guess as the stone against it turns to this sort of vibrant, like sort of blue color, matching Sparks himself. It seems to have no discernible effect outside of that, though.
Fuck's
What-
sake.
What's
you mean
56?
you mean painting a statue doesn't make it behave differently? It just makes it a different color?
Yeah,
Fox's hair falls out.
ain't that kooky?
Oh
And give me a wisdom save, Sparks.
How are we going to tell you apart from the mind flayers?
no! Oh man.
How many times is this like the fourth time your hair's falling out?
At least. At least.
Still slow.
Hey, tides of
Four
chaos
sounds like,
are tied in
right.
the roll.
Still slow.
Help me! What's
Oh, you're slow and blue and hairless.
Why is it always blue? Why is it never a different color?
That's just the table likes blue. Sole reason. Raul, it's gonna.
They listen to Eiffel 65 too much.
sort of make his way up, and he's going to move over his hunter's mark and make 2 attack rolls. Fairly standard stuff. One hits, the other just fucking... You see it, like, just fly past Shaw and, like, sink a couple, like, about, like, 1.5 inches into the wall. Into, like, the stone wall. Completely fucking misses.
Impressive that it went into the stone wall, but yikes. Aim, dude.
Plus... That's 16 points of damage total. And as he sends that arrow flying, we will roll over to Zelthar's turn.
Sharpshooter it, Zelfar! Sharpshooter it!
Okay. First shot, I'm gonna move my hunter's mark first, and then I'm first shot. You know what? I'm gonna try it. We'll sharpshooter it.
So -5 for the attack roll.
This is gonna go so bad.
So it's still a 20.
And then it's like a +10 to damage.
Correct. So that's
Okay.
24 points of damage.
Nice. 30,
30
20.
points of
20,
damage.
30 points. Damn.
You might want to program a specific sharpshooter shot into.
Yeah,
20.
you're right.
That's the first attack.
Okay,
Would you like to do
You
it
know what?
again?
I'm gonna do it again.
Oh, fuck, he's hooked.
22.
Hits.
Yes.
So 22.
22
22. So you're
plus
50,
30.
52 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Zelfar power.
Over 9,000.
So you guys watch as Zelthar, 2 arrows come sort of whizzing out. Both Jungum and Chaos, you guys are standing there, end up embedding themselves into like the area of like where he saw the exposed core of it, but from the other side, hitting it from the front, and you see like the creature begin to become like sort of like sluggish and like what's it called, like with jittering movements. It doesn't look too fucking hot, not gonna lie. And that goes. It's not dead yet, but we does rolls over to Terran's turn.
All right, let's continue this trend here. So, let me roll the right thing.
You steady aiming this time? Nope.
So
No,
not a
I
natural
haven't.
one.
No, not a natural one. No. I'll steady aim on the next one. I didn't declare it first.
It's
I
a
rolled
bonus
too
action,
fast.
so it's either you fire or you steady aim.
Yeah, you
Damn
can't do
it.
both. But
I'll
you
just
could fire the
fire.
bonus action.
I'll just fire it again.
Go for it. 15 just misses. Well, not just it misses by a little bit as you watch as the shot goes through as there's another sort of resound or like thunderous echo throughout the caverns, and you see the steel ball sort of like dink on the side of the side of the head and just sort of fly off into the cavern. Seems to be unaffected by it though.
I'm gonna shake the gun and be like, "God damn thing, work." What's up?
With that, oh yeah, you are right, Asu. There is supposed to. We'll deal with it after the game. Because I had forgot to mention that. Yeah. It comes back to the golem's turn as it's going to get its last the typical pity turn. And Ethan's going to say this is bullshit when it hits him because he's going to get 1 attack towards Kalis and 1 towards Jungum as it's just a sort of like a wide arcing swing. So yeah, first is for Jungum.
He attacks Juggun?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's going to attack both of you at the same time.
I attack it.
All right.
This is not an advantage, but I guess that doesn't matter.
I heard you like 20.
Just for this. So, is it after the attack that it happens, or when the
It's
attack? is
basically
completed?
when it hits. It's a reaction, so as soon as it hits Juggun, he can hit it back.
It says when a creature attacks another creature, so
Yeah.
it doesn't even have to hit, but I don't know
Okay.
when the timing of that is. It's kind of up to you.
Okay, so I just say it happened concurrently. So it's okay. Doesn't matter. So you watch as the creature comes. What's it called? Rearing back, getting ready to swing towards both of you. And as it's in its ready stance, you sort of lean forward with Gnarlheart, jamming it under like the arm of the creature, and sort of like lifting and shoving. And you watch as there's this sound of like Kalis grunting with hefting like with like the weight of Gnarlheart, and the arm of the creature just sort of like there's this cracking sound. The arm is sort of upended and lifted off as the creature like becomes inert. That was just enough. Man, I really wanted to hit y'all at least once.
Ah,
And Sparks,
Well,
you're
you
no longer
hit me.
slowed.
You hit me enough. I like how it slowed one person, not the 6 people grouped together.
It can only slow one person. That's how it works.
Meh.
You hit
Sad.
me, Elijah. Was that a satisfying
You
experience
hit
for
me
you?
too.
Meh.
It's okay. I have more things to hit you with.
oh no.
What do I see
Yeah,
down?
like Squid.
Fleeing down.
Yeah, let me actually do that for you.
I feel like
One
Rowland
So-
stepped up next to me and ruined my jive this session.
That was it.
Because
So,
he rolled that natural one.
ahead of
Threw
you,
me
Sparks.
off.
Who are you talking about? You were doing
see
great.
The minecart.
Till then.
The railing of the minecart sort of continues on a bit off ground, hovering over the water. In the back of the cave with the pool of water, you see this sort of like luminescent sort of gem hanging off of the wall, and the tunnel
Shiny,
seems
you
to
say?
continue further down. Yes,
Uh-oh.
shiny.
Oh, I should not have gone first. I'll go towards the shiny.
It's
What
probably the
kind of
light
gem?
source.
Shiny.
So, as you sort of make your way towards the shiny, and you see, you guys are now out of initiative, of course, and now that Sparks is no longer slowed, we know what his mind's on, as he sort of rushes over onto it, and actually on the offshoot tunnel, like to your right, where the minecart leads further down. The shining presence that this sort of like gem has doesn't even compare to the luminescence coming from within. As it seems that like whatever shiny exists right here, there's maybe tenfold further down the path.
Can I try and pick up this shiny?
It's literally in the wall.
Can I try and mine out the shiny?
Yeah. Give me a strength check for the sake
Your
of it.
over
face
here.
doesn't give me a positive, but can't be worse than my wisdom.
So you watch as Sparks begins. He sees the gem and he begins sort of like just. And there's this sound as he's sort of attempting to pull it out of the wall, and there's this huffing, and the rock still remains there.
Hurt yourself. You'll pull something.
And
Oh, that kitty.
you hear a strange noise, Sparks. What's your passive perception, if I remember correctly?
Oh, motherfucker.
Not high.
Not high?
My wisdom is -1, Elijah. I do have what's it called in thing though. I have proficiency in perception.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't need to be. Is it like is it 12 or above?
I believe it's well D&D Beyond. You auto do that.
Strangely enough, as you're sort of like standing here, sort of attempting to pry out this gem, you hear the sound of like this like sort of like low like sounds like a really loud stomach rumbling. There's this sort of large like gurgling sound and just an coming from further down this like area. And that's where we'll pick off next session. Because I'd love to leave you on those notes. I'm sorry.
No, we only no.
I'm
It'll
sorry.
play longer.
It's how I make you come next week every time.
Because we wouldn't otherwise.
Yeah, I know. It makes me feel better. But yeah, also I don't know how long that would take.
Real quick, what's over here?
In that direction, is
Yeah.
actually sort of another split. Oh shit! And I would
Okay.
say you get this sort of like eerie sort of stench of like almost like this like perfume, like aromatic like scent like coming from that area.
Like that.
So yeah. And yeah, oh yeah, there's a stream here apparently. Hey guys, bye, I guess. I don't know. I'm really
Good,
running out of
yeah.
shit to say to y'all. Thanks for
Is it?
watching. Yada yada yada. What's up?
I was just wondering, is it possible for us to try that check on the gem again, or does that sort of tie into the weird, ominous noise we're hearing?
You could try again. If you want to do so now, because we'll probably forget by next session.
I just want to give it a shot with a pickaxe.
Go for
Is
it.
it like a strength thing?
If you're using a
Yeah.
pickaxe, yeah. If you're using a pickaxe, well, I'd say, yeah, go for it. Go for it. That would, yeah, sure. That makes sense. 16, big, strong, Kalis, as you're sort of like wading through the water up to the gym next to Sparks and his little like click clacky floating boots. Just don't. And you watch this sort of plops into the water, and you're able to pick it up. And it's this sort of large, almost looks like sapphire, but not quite, as it's giving off this like sort of slight glow. And you'll find out what it does next time we talk.
Boo.
Cool.
Joy.
Okay, whatever.
Alrighty. Have a good week, everybody. Or don't. I prefer if you did. But you know, it happens sometimes. See you next time.